I just received an email on my husband's iPad stating that the hot water in his apartment building was going to be temporarily shut down. But we own our own house. My husband is currently on a trip with one of our sons and his brother to visit their mother, my son's grandmother. I was cleaning up the den when an email notification popped up on his iPad. It was from an apartment complex informing tenants that the hot water would be temporarily shut off for repairs. The email was sent from one of those automatic addresses that you cannot reply to. It was addressed to my husband with his full first and last name. The thing is, we own our house. We have not rented in over 10 years, and even then, it was not at this place. Where my husband is right now, upstate New York, there is no service. I tried to send him a picture of the email, but it would not go through. I called him, and we spoke briefly. The service was choppy, but I managed to explain the situation. All he said was that it must have been a mistake and that they probably had the wrong email. We could not say much more before the call dropped. But if it was a mistake, how would they have his first and last name, all spelled correctly? For context, his first name is somewhat common, but our last name is not, especially in this area. There were no other emails from the sender or about this apartment complex in my husband's inbox, but he is the type of person who clears out his messages regularly. I sent a message to the apartment complex, letting them know that I believed my husband had been added to their email list by mistake. However, I received an automatic response stating that they were out of the office until October 20th. The email also included general rental pricing information, $1,600 for a one-bedroom, $1,900 for a two-bedroom, and mentioned that there were no available units. There was no unit number in the email, but the complex is only about 15 minutes from our house. So I drove by. I know that might sound a little crazy, but I just had to see it for myself. I did not see anything unusual, not that I even knew what I was expecting. It is a small group of buildings with fewer than 100 apartments in total. I do not have any real reason to mistrust my husband, except for this strange email that has left me with a pit in my stomach. And if I am being honest, a general feeling of paranoia that he has simply become bored with me. I have felt this way for a while, but he insists that I am imagining it and that he is happy. I only brought it up to him once, last year, when I was feeling particularly insecure. We still do things together. He still tells me he loves me, but I feel like he does not enjoy spending time with me as much as he used to. It is as if he constantly looks for reasons to be out of the house or to do things specifically with the boys instead of spending time with the whole family. It is not something that bothers me every day, but it does cross my mind when I am feeling insecure or paranoid. Especially in situations like this, when he receives an email from some random apartment complex. Anyway, I am not exactly sure what kind of advice I am looking for. I know that if a friend came to me with the situation, I would tell them to just talk to him. But I cannot really do that until he comes home on Saturday, which means I have a long time to sit with these intrusive thoughts. Quick edit. He has never lived in this apartment complex before. He lived with his parents until college, then in a dorm, and every place he rented after that was with me. We have been together since we were 19. This was not a phishing scam. It was a legitimate email from the address listed on the apartment complex's website. All the information in the email's letterhead matched what was on their official website. If it had been a phishing scam, I assume they would have been looking for personal information. But this email was not asking for anything. It was just a general notice about the hot water. My best friend decided to call the emergency maintenance number. She pretended to be a delivery driver and said she had over $100 worth of food for my husband, but that he had forgotten to include his apartment number. The man on the other end did not speak English very well, but after she repeated herself a few times, he finally confirmed my husband's name and provided an apartment number. Update 1. Sorry about the late update. My post was locked by the time I got back to it. I am currently writing this while on the ride upstate. Yesterday, I posted about an email I received on my husband's iPad from an apartment complex regarding water repairs. My husband, who is upstate visiting his mother until Saturday, has almost no cell service, so I have not been able to talk to him about this other than the brief conversation where he said the email must have been a mix-up. My friend called and managed to get his apartment number from the maintenance man. Both of us went to the apartment, and my friend knocked. A girl answered, but she did not open the door. Instead, she responded through the doorbell camera. My friend told her that she was looking for Adam. The girl said that Adam was not there, but refused to give any further information, which I understand, since my friend was just a random stranger at her door. When we left, I saw her looking out of the apartment window at us. I tried calling my husband 1,000 times yesterday, but nothing went through. The few times the call did connect, the service was so bad that you could barely hear anything. So I am headed upstate to confront him in person. I have a copy of the email, a photo of the apartment, and a recording of the girl saying that Adam was not there, which, to me, confirms that she knows him. If this is somehow all a big misunderstanding, I am going to have my husband explain it to me in person instead of waiting until he comes home. I have not had a chance to read all the comments yet, but I will go through them now and try to respond as much as I can. I have not slept, so I hope this makes sense. Quick edit. To everyone telling me that I should just wait, not confront him, or talk to her first. He is my husband. He is the father of my children. If I am going to find out that he is cheating on me, it is going to be from him. I am going to say this for the last time. Please, stop advising me not to talk to my husband about this very serious situation. I will go talk to a lawyer if necessary. However, we have been married for over a decade, we have a family, and we have built a life together. I am going to talk to him. I understand what this situation probably is. I understand that he is probably going to try to lie to me. I am not a moron. Update 2. I am writing this from a hotel room. I went to confront my husband. The moment he saw my car pull up, he knew exactly what was going on. He came outside to meet me, and the first thing he said was, "Did you go to the apartment?" I told him yes. Then he said, "So I guess we have to have a talk." Again, I told him yes. I am not going to get into the exact details of our conversation. It was a long talk, filled with a lot of emotions. But here's the truth. She is his girlfriend. They have been together for 4 months. She is under the impression that we are separated and in the process of getting a divorce. His family had no idea. His brother and mother, who were there, were horrified. I am sorry that I do not have more to say. I have already contacted a divorce lawyer, a therapist, and a financial advisor. Thank you to everyone for your support.